I'm Dr. Angela McBurdy of DoctorFlute.com, and today you are going to learn the Köhler Etude, Opus 66, number 4, Consolation. Okay, if you own these etudes, go get them, and you can look at it as I am teaching through it. And if you don't, go to my website, DoctorFlute.com/downloads, and you can download the whole set of Köhler etudes. All right, let's look at the opening, and we're going to take these in 4-bar sets. As usual, Köhler likes the 4-bar sets, but he does something just a little bit different in this one that he hasn't done in the first 3. There's not always 4 bars with an answering 4 bars. 2 bars and then 2 bars similar, then 2 bars and 2 bars similar. He's doing just a little bit different through here. So let's start at the beginning. We have this opening, and I think that it says espressivo, and I like to think of it as a voice. This is, and he does use the word voce on his words that he puts in here. I like to think of this as the voices between a male and a female, and perhaps they are husband and wife, and for some reason I get this 19th century feel. Big drawing room, big hoop skirts and the cravats for the guys, and they're having this rather heated discussion. It starts off with the male voice, answers with the female voice. So let me show you what that sounds like. So we have the male voice starting with that crispy pickup note into measure 1, and then into the pickup note into measure 3 is the female voice. So let's do that male voice again. Female voice. So it's like she's pleading. He's saying no, she's pleading, saying yes, please, let's do this. And he comes back in with the male voice. Female. And that's your first 8 measures. It's the first 2 measures, and then the second 2 measures, completing the idea. And then we say it again just a little bit higher, so we moved up a step the second time we say it, and the female voice answering it a little bit higher as well. So back at the beginning, something I like to think about doing is how am I going to do that pickup into the first measure as opposed to the pickup into the third measure. So the pickup as the male voice and the pickup as the female voice. I really like the pickup. It's a real springboard into measure 1. And I like to do it pretty strong. It's a nice step from a C to a higher note, to the D. And when you do the pickup into measure 3, it can still be a springboard, but it descends and it jumps a lot. So it's jumping a 7th, and it's definitely a more mild entry for the female voice. And now we do the male voice again with that springboard. The female voice springs again, but this time a little more insistent because we don't descend the 7th. So the whole voice is raised, and it gives it more of an air of insistency. Okay, now we move into the new, and we're always doing these pickups. So here's your male pickup again, and then these accented notes. And the female, I like coming down. So she's just as insistent there. Male, accented. Now I feel like right there, the male voice is giving way to the female. So whatever the argument it is, he's giving in, and she's coming in a lot sweeter because she knows she's winning. And there is the opening. It's A. Now, what's different about these, or number 4 here, is that we don't return to A at the end. For the most part, he is returned to the A section after this B. But right now, we go to a happy B section, and we pretty much end in this B section. So instead of being A, B, A, it's just A to B. This I like to think of as both voices joined together. They're happy now, everything is resolved, and life is good. We're going to do that strong pickup just like the beginning. So the beginning was the pickup C to D. Here it is as well, but we immediately are moving into 16th notes, a little bit of a chromaticism and a little bit of arpeggio. So that is your first 4 measures of the B section. You are singing together, male and female voice. You're definitely putting 2 measures in and answering it with another 2 measures, but little swell in here and a diminuendo. And then you're going to say the whole thing again. So we're going to now do pickup into measure 25, saying this B section again. And there, we've just said it. We've gotten, I think that's 8 measures right in there. That's the rest of your 8th measure, but we're pretty much resolving everything right there in measure 28. So that is 8 measures into your B. And now we move into the last, what do we have, 8 measures to the end. So again, 4 measures and 4 measures, but they're not quite, oh, let's do 2 and then let's repeat 2 and then do something different for 2 and repeat 2. It's all coming to a conclusion, but we're keeping these 16th notes going. So measure 28, you resolved on the first beat on the F and you move right along. So that could be male and female as well, except now the lower voice is the male and the upper voice is the female. Measure 29. All right. So now measure and measure. One question, the other answers. So one male voice, one female voice. They're all resolving to this measure 31. And now together they sing. And I think that the female voice has the last say when you go up to that high A, and the male voice on the low F is just resolved to giving in to his wife's whim. That's how I like to think of this consolation. It's a beautiful etude, and thinking about those 2 different voices going along, and you can put your own scenario in, but this helps me to think about it with the male voice and the female voice and this argument that happens, and then it's resolved with the wife winning, of course, and then we come together in the B section and everybody's happy, and we go to the ending where the wife wins and the man is resolved to say yes as usual. So take a look at this etude, learn it. It's a great one to add to your repertoire of etudes. It teaches you a whole lot of things. Think about it as a musical exercise, a phrasing exercise, and not just a technical exercise. Have fun working on consolation. If you like this video, press the like button, subscribe, comment below, and share it with your friends.